So whether it's health coverage or career coverage or beauty coverage, we're looking at what's new, what are people talking about, what are the innovations, and what are in the headlines. And we go from there with our reports, including in our sex coverage. I mean, what are the studies? What are the social trends? The stories that we don't want people to just be talking about women's issues in the Atlantic. We think they should be reading about them in Cosmopolitan. So it's been a big focus of ours to be newsier, and I think by being newsier, it makes the magazine feel less repetitive and fresher. And we are, we're sort of zigging in that direction of being more substantive, being more democratic, more authentic, where a lot of the other women's magazines and magazines in general are kind of zagging in the other direction. Part of our vision is to expand the coverage into all of the areas that women are thinking about now. So in terms of just what we cover, we've added a lot of additional career coverage, which is something I've worked on. And we've teamed with Sheryl Sandberg and Lean In to do several big packages. We're doing 2 or 3 of those a year, and we have an ongoing relationship with them. But we have every month now a career section, which didn't exist before. And of course, we still cover a lot of sex and relationships. That's the mainstay of Cosmo. I think it's just the approach is squarely focused on the reader and what she wants out of life, including her sex life and her relationships. So it's not about pleasing a guy necessarily. It's what do you want, and how can we help you to get it?
So what is the point of that feature? What is going to make it different? What is really going to engage? And the whole mantra behind Cosmo is being the best you can be in all areas of your life, and that's your choice. You decide how high you want to put the bar. You make the decisions about whether you want to aim to be sitting on the board, or whether you want to set up your own business working from home, or whether you want to be a stay-at-home mum, or whatever you want to do. But Cosmo should give you the confidence to do that. One side of digital is obviously you can download a copy of Cosmo now on your tablet. And in the UK, we use that as an opportunity to give extra content.
It's a huge opportunity for us as storytellers. Cosmo has so many platforms now. We have the biggest iPad tablet edition. So we're huge on the tablet. And our website is undergoing a huge expansion. It just reached 15 million uniques this month. We have such a long lead time in the magazine that we could never cover. To cover things in different ways, to cover things faster or more visually or in a more viral with more attitude.
And other times, we have a big blog awards every year, and that trends on Twitter. So it's really important for us, if we're doing an event, that we make Twitter react to it, and that's a way we know that we've got good reach and that it's effective.
The most important thing is just thinking about the timeline. We're planning now. We're meeting this week to plan out our April issue. So we're already thinking about spring and summer and beyond. So that's how far in advance you need to think about it to get in the print edition. And for me, email, I think, is the way to go. It throws me off when people tweet me about work things, even though my Twitter is connected to my job. It just feels a little unprofessional. It helps if it says in the email subject line that it's a story pitch, something to orient me right away that who you are and where it's coming from. So I'm not so into the sort of clever titles that are just confusing. We can have the clever title, which say story pitch, clever, whatever you want.
Title.
Yeah, and even just like health, beauty pitch, fitness, is it even an area I cover? Just something that orients me really quickly. Is this for me or is it for another editor?
You could contact both offices, but set it out from the start that there's a potential for it to be global. The more eyes you get on this feature or whatever it is and the campaign, and the more groundswell you can get. So, and also in a digital world, there are no boundaries, are there? So,
right. That's a good point.
We've been trying to take advantage of the 65 international editions of Cosmo, that it's this incredible international brand. It's just showing that cultural relevance and newness is what really catches my interest. I think it's such great advice to figure out who is on your beat and develop a personal relationship with, Leah Wire and our beauty team, or Liz Plosser is our senior editor who works on the fitness pages. So if you're doing fitness gear, you want to go straight to her and tell her what's new. Or she does, Helen Young is the senior editor who's doing entertaining. A lot of the team is new. They're looking to make new contacts. They're looking for, great ideas. But, coming from someone who can talk to them and figure out exactly what pages are theirs in the magazine, who's read the magazine very carefully, like, oh, I see you're doing this Live It Up section, and your name's on it. What's coming up? What can I, here's what I have to offer. What can I offer you? That's going to be more effective than just kind of sending random emails.